Hey guys, how's it going today?
Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to talk about the Enneagram, and we're going to talk about relationships within the Enneagram.
Yes.
And we're going to talk about our relationship because tomorrow is our anniversary. 5 years Kyle and I have been married. Actually, fun fact, we actually met at Alchemy Yoga Studio. I sometimes forget that.
I saw you
Here. So technically that's where we
but we didn't meet. Actually, sorry, we met. I held the door open for Jody once and she didn't say thank you. She just walked right by me and I was trying to get her attention. I remember holding that door open for my future wife. Poof, right by me.
I don't remember that.
See ya. Okay, fine.
Anyways, good thing we're on the therapy couch. This is the new couch that Kyle has in the workshop that we picked up as a little Kijiji purchase the other day. It's an old seat. It's an old bench seat from a Ford van, right?
Yeah.
It's in really good condition. We had a couple discussions about it.
Yeah.
But I'm okay with it now. It's pretty comfy, and I've been sitting on it a lot.
Yeah.
So what we want to talk about today is the Enneagram. If you don't know what the Enneagram is, you can head over to our YouTube channel where I've got a whole bunch of videos on there about the Enneagram, and then you can come back and watch this video and it'll make more sense.
Yeah.
If you do know about the Enneagram, you'll know what the 3 instincts are. And I'm going to talk a little bit about those, and then Kyle and I are going to say what our instincts are and how it helps us with our relationship in terms of how we're alike and how it helps to grow us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah? Okay, so the Enneagram has within the theory of the Enneagram what's called the 3 instincts.
Wait, I know them.
Tell me.
Selfprez,
Yes,
social,
got it?
sexual,
Yeah.
one-to-one.
Yeah. Sometimes the sexual instinct is called one-to-one bonding.
I know my Enneagram.
Yeah, just through osmosis of living with me. You actually know it pretty good. Yeah. So the first one is the self-preservation. So that's just what it sounds like. It's taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And all of these instincts are different ways that we try to basically keep ourselves alive and how we survive.
Looking out for number 1.
Yeah, that's exactly it. So you're looking out for how am I nourishing myself with food? How am I sleeping? What's comfortable in
Those
my...
are prioritized.
Totally.
Yeah.
You think about these things all the time. Your instincts, you come to earth with all 3 of them, but there's going to be one that's called your dominant instinct. It's going to be one that's kind of in the mid-zone, and then there's one that you're asleep to or repressed to. Okay, the second one you said was? Social instinct. That one is the one where in terms of how you feel safe and what you feel like is going to improve your survival, you feel like you want to be a part of groups. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you want to go to every party or you want to join every group that's out there. It's not quite like that. It's more that you believe that we're safer together, and that the collective is going to just, as a whole, together, we're going to be a stronger unit as opposed to just that one self-preservation person all alone out by themselves.
Many hands make light work.
Yes, that would be a good kind of t-shirt for those people that have social in the dominant position. And then the last one is called sexual or one-to-one bonding. And that basically means that I feel safer when I have a really strong bond with one other person. And it's about how we draw attention to ourselves. It's about how
It's like putting that person up on a pedestal?
No, not
Okay.
really. It's more about how we attract a mate, and it's also how we attract things in our lives, right? And things that we are attracted to, and how we are also attractive to others. Okay. That was just a really quick explanation. Kyle, what is your dominant instinct?
I am the social instinct.
What does that mean for you?
Well, it means that I gravitate towards people.
You do.
It doesn't matter. I could be totally depleted energy-wise, and I should be going to bed, but I'm going to the street party.
Which
going
we've
out.
actually had a lot of people on our street that have been having street parties, and you've been at them. Safe ones, socially distanced, like firebowl in driveway.
Yeah. But I really like the group. I think that goes along with my digital life as well, where I gravitate towards getting information from the group, whether it's Instagram, even though I'm not it's more Reddit, I'll be honest. So I really am in those communities, and the certain things that I really like, whether it's skateboarding, bikes, I really learn a lot from the group. And if I need something I'll go to the group.
And you oftentimes will pose a question in, say, like a Reddit forum or something like
Tons.
that. And it's like you're looking for, like you'll solicit almost advice to inform yourself of a decision to make or whatnot.
That's perfect.
I think the best example of the social instinct in our marriage is when we got married and you moved in to the house that we're living in now.
Yeah. I live in my wife's house.
Yeah, weird. I know. So I always kind of said that I don't know my neighbors very well, and I only knew the neighbor on one side and not the other, and I really didn't have a sense of who was around me. As soon as Kyle moved in, I knew everybody on both sides, and it just kind of proves that, you know, you would have the belief that if I know my neighbor, if something happens in my house, I'm safer.
Yeah.
Right? It's just a better way, you know, a more solid way to live if I kind of know who's around me in my surroundings.
Yeah.
So
there's a line where it's like, the enemy is better than you know than the better than you don't know.
It's better to dance with the devil you know than one you don't know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
I don't know if that really fits.
Maybe it doesn't apply.
We can cut that out if it doesn't make sense. But the interesting thing is my instinct that's repressed, the one that I'm asleep to, is the social instinct.
Yeah. So I'm high on social and Jody's low.
So I have actually spent the last year, in most of 2020, working really hard to try to not necessarily be more social, but actually it's to put my trust in groups. And I've put that to the test. I've joined groups actually for the first time in my life. I've had more people over in a safe COVID kind of way, especially when we could be outside in the summer. Mm-hmm. And I've really been trying to just improve my overall health and kind of how I see with my social instinct.
Yep.
It's been hard work, but I'm doing it.
Yep.
Now, do you know my dominant instinct?
Jody is a self-prez dominant instinct.
Yeah. So that means, what did you notice in me with that?
Jody's really concerned about, or the things she kind of focuses on is the things that affect her. So her sleep, she's in bed 95% times more before me. She's always need to be warm. Like I can't be cold. I think certain things. Your self-care is really good. Like maybe the reason that you exercise so much is because you really want to take care of yourself.
Because I have like actual concern that if I don't, then I'm going to be unwell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
out of fear, is it?
Well, when the instinct gets too out of control, we always want to be trying to balance them out, all three of them, because all three of them inform us in different ways. But if you have one that's just overdone, then it's going to actually, like for example, if I'm self-preservation, I might be overly concerned with food, diet, nutrition, actually to a point where it's unhealthy. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So you could have your instinct overdone, asleep to, and ideally we want it to kind of be right in the mid-zone. So I think it's actually good that we have opposite instincts.
So my lowest one is self-prez.
Would you say?
I don't know. That's a discussion for a different day.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about that later. But I would.
I've eaten a lot of crap today, so.
Eaten a lot of crap?
Yeah.
A lot of people will ask me which Enneagram numbers kind of get along better with each other. And I've heard, and I agree with this, that it doesn't really matter what your Enneagram number is. Anybody can get along with anybody, kind of depending on your level of health. But one thing that's interesting is that couples will kind of get along more easily if they have the same dominant instinct. Now we don't, but we've actually worked really hard.
Yeah.
I have to be really understanding if Kyle needs to, leave the house.
Yeah.
And I think what's been really helpfful is that you don't pressure me to go to a lot of social things.
But that's something we've
I don't have
learned.
the energy for it.
Like if I get an invite to go somewhere, I'm going. I'm playing crib. I'm playing the darts. I'm drinking the beer.
I might even say like, say hi to everybody
Yeah.
and take this to so and so's house, and we've done pretty good with that.
Well, at the beginning though, I'd be like, oh, my wife's not here, like, and I would actually like being like,
It's hard for you.
freak, I'm the only I feel like I'm a single guy.
Yeah, but you're actually married. Oh, Kyle actually lost his wedding ring.
It's gone. It goes on this end.
Oh, he lost his wedding ring. So
Gone. I have to get another.
We used to do this thing where we would chink our wedding rings, but I can't do that anymore.
I'll find it. It's in the house. Okay, so just a quick recap on what we just quickly talked about in like 10 seconds. there's 3 instincts: social, selfprez, and sexual. One of those will be dominant in you. I encourage you to go to Jody's Enneagram series because there is a video on the instincts there. And if there's any questions, just fire it in the comments. The Enneagram, the wheel, and all the numbers are awesome, but the instincts to me, I related to them really well.
It's helpful.
I understood the Enneagram more when I figured out the instincts. So I encourage you guys to kind of figure out what your own instinct is and those around you. But yeah, that's just a little bit of a look into our life.
Yeah.
So
Thanks for watching.
yeah,
See you tomorrow on our anniversary.
bye.
Bye.